Okay. Hi, everybody. Bonkai 922? I had another deal with this, another sort of situation with commenters, but that's not what this is about. High School DxD Episode 6. This was on some, like, usually I save this for Shingeki no Kyojin. You know what I mean? Usually I save this for when I'm really surprised. I was surprised. Like, for real. This episode had so much WTF, what the, moments that I can't even think right now. Where do I start? Like, what point do I start at? Because already, it's already crazy that in this episode, Kiba was there was a scene where Kiba was fighting Kokubio. Yeah, and he brought out like 3 swords. He was on some Zoro stuff. Seriously. No, I'm not joking. There's this one scene. This one scene, he's hitting with 2 swords, and he grabs the sword in his mouth. I was like, yo, when did Kiba start acting like Zoro? That's not all. That's not the only thing. We find out 2 when I mean blockbuster, I mean just like, whoa, didn't see that coming. Akino is apparently the daughter of the fallen angel. Hopefully I'm right on this. If I'm not, people can correct me. Azazel. I was like, what? That surprised me. I'm not done. Then Kokubio is telling them that apparently, this totally tripped me. And I couldn't understand it, but when it was explained, I was like, okay, that makes sense. God. You heard me right. In this anime, God is dead. There was a huge war, apparently, that no one knew about. God, the fallen angels, and the demons. God is dead. I think they mentioned that Lucifer is dead, but the leader of the fallen angels, Azazel, is alive. When I heard that, I was like, what? And I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't the world be destroyed? But then he explained further, Kokubio, that the archangel Michael is taking over for God as a substitute. And the system, the whole grand system of heaven and hell and all that stuff is still intact. And that explains, he's explaining, that because this proves that he's not there, because how is it that Kiba is able to conjure a holy demon sword? And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Guess what, people? The episode's not done. Got some more blockbuster stuff to show you. Tell you. The Vanishing Dragon. The White Dragon. Albion. Shows up. Issei's arch enemy. Felt like getting some arch enemy and playing it. The heavy metal band. Shows up and just owns. Listen, people. Owns Kokubio. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's so hard to say his name. Owns him! And does this move called something dividing, which allows him to, if he touches you, allows him to take, in 10 seconds each, half his enemy's power and take it away and use it for his own. I was like, damn. And he has a conversation with the other dragon, Issei's dragon. They have a conversation back and forth. And, the White Dragon, the host of the White Dragon saying, I look forward to fighting with you, my archenemy. Guess what? The episode's not finished. I should have saw this coming, but knowing me, I did not see this coming. Now the god's dead. This isn't what the shocked me. Now the god's dead. Xenovia decides to join them as a demon. And she seems okay and everything's alright. I'm like, okay, this is cool. We got another group for the occult club of the academy. And I was like, okay, this is great. Go to Issei. Remember that guy he was hanging out with? Playing the video games and stuff? Apparently, he's at... What's this guy's name? What's his name? Let me go find it. He is Azazel. The guy he's hanging out with is Azazel, the head honcho of the fallen angels. What? 5 out of 5. I would like to go in more details of this episode. The action was pretty beast. Issei did crazy moves against Kokubeel. They had a confrontation. It was not really a confrontation between the White Dragon and Issei and his host and everything. By the way, the White Dragon, man, he was fully armored. Fully in. And basically the White Dragon took Kokubeel back to, it wasn't hell. He took him through this dimension back to Azazel. This episode, I'm convinced that there isn't going to be an episode in this season where I'm going to say, oh, this is the best episode. No, this is the best episode. No, they're all great episodes. So we're past this arc now. The whole thing with the holy swords and all that jazz. Now, next episode is a swimsuit episode, so I think what's going to happen is in the beginning of the episode, we're going to get this thing with Azazel and Issei. I'm like, what? What I'm thinking is he's trying to get Issei to fight the White Dragon. Or he's trying to use him. Because I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week, Azazel is really focused on acquiring sacred gears and modifying them and all that stuff. So that's the whole bit on that. So he's probably going to try to persuade Issei to train or doing some kind of stuff and fight, the White Dragon, the Vanishing Dragon. And the crazy part is this. When I saw that part where they announced, oh yeah, God's dead, everyone was like, Ashia, she dropped to her knees, and she fainted. This is like, God. You don't really register it until you think about it a couple of times. That would mean the end of the world. But apparently, okay, it's not. Because Archangel Michael, the Archangel Michael, is taking over. like I said before, I am convinced there is not going to be an episode in which I say greatest episode of the season. No, that's not going to happen. It's like saying that, though, yeah, the next episode of Shingeki no Kyojin is the best episode of the season. No, you can't do that. This episode, like, just... I'm like, what else could you tell me besides what you told me? But yeah, and I don't have to summarize what else happened in this episode. I pretty much told you what happened in this episode. But yeah, Kiba with 3 swords, that was beast. I got a I would like to use it as a thumbnail. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Because when I did the screenshot of it, you know, we'll see. I'll tweak it. I'll tweak it a bit. See if I can pull it off. If not, I'll just find another one. That was beast. I mean, this episode gets a 5. There's nothing more I could say. But I mean, alone, the thing that God's dead and all that other stuff, that alone threw me off. Then in the ending, I'm like, wow, you're trying to put me in the grave? What's the story? This episode was so ridiculous. Oh my god. So now, what I think is going to happen further on is this is going to switch to Issei in a way, I think. Because I heard from Crazy Man, because Crazy Man's read the light novels and he knows the story with this with High School DxD, and he says that they're going to train later on. Yeah. Like, and that's what's going to happen? Crazy episode, people. What the fuck? It's just insane. I can't, there's nothing else I can say. There's nothing else I can say. When I saw that scene with Kiba with 3 swords, I was like, when did Zoro show up in High School DxD? Tell me what you guys think. I'm still blown away by it. I'm just blown away by it. It's just so ridiculous. As far as what I said earlier in the beginning of this video, I'm putting it to bed. I'm not going to mention it. It's something else. And I've decided, I've probably mentioned this already, but I've decided I'm not going to do, I'm going to start off probably at episode 90. Hunter x Hunter live reactions. Episode 90. Because I lost my chance with episode 85, and people probably would have won 85, but, you know, that's the story there. So, and as far as High School DxD is concerned, please, you continue, if it continues to go in this direction, I'm just going to be like this. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. You know, awesomeness up the wazoo. All I know is this. When Issei is able to control it and go full armor, and he fights the Vanishing Dragon, yo, let's go. Let's go. That's going to be the best fight I've seen in a series. Period. Possibly. 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 So we have to wait and see on that. But anyway, people, that's what I got for you guys. It's Bonkai 922 review. High School DxD episode 6. Oh, man. You know what? Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10. We just got like 6 more episodes. We got like 6 more episodes, people. This is going to go through the roof. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm Bonkai 922. I'll see you guys later. Kiba 3 sword style. God is dead. Azazel.